Guys, we lied to Dan successfully. He doesn't think the show's about him, but it's totally all about him. Now we need ideas for it. Where do we start?
I think that we should all try to get inside his head and truly think like him.
That's a great idea.
Mamma mia, meatballs.
Well, hello, my fine young friends. Look at all you ugly mugs. You know, who pissed her off?
Hello, Anderlee. Wow, did you buy those jeans with holes in them?
No.
Well, you know, back when I won the Cold War for you, you're welcome. No one wore jeans with holes in them.
You know, I'm really nervous to go into the advanced class. I don't really know how I'm gonna do.
Listen, you're gonna be finer than Frog's hair.
A 5, 4,
I remember when I was a punky freshman.
3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come.
You know, back when I had hair.
We don't get nervous, we get energized.
Paranoid, survive.
Don't wait, don't wait, don't wait. Estamos listos? And if you're thinking about waiting, don't. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. What the?
And that's all you need to know to get an A.
Cut. Where's her audio? If you're trying to make me hate you, it's not gonna work. Well, Dan, by now you've probably noticed we lied to you. Like, to your face lied to you. Not sure if you somehow magically knew or if we actually managed to get away with it. But this show isn't about the 500th GU TV show ever. In fact, according to Josh, we've probably logged over 700 shows. So regarding math, let's just say don't quit your next job anytime soon. You see, the minute you announced that you were retiring and then left the room, every one of us knew at the exact same time what our last show would be about. We want this to be a love letter to you, to your family, and to all the years you spent giving us these amazing gifts. Of course, this gift is coming to you directly from this semester's advanced class, but this message isn't just from us. See, I won't be anchoring this show, nor will anyone else in this class. Instead, we're doing exactly as you taught us, reaching out to the GU TV community. Students from all classes have been helping with this show, and we'd like to hear their voices heard here as well. That's why for the rest of the show, I'll step aside and let the voices of this program be heard as we draw from GU TV to introduce the ins and outs of your show. Now, you know, as we do, that our ultimate goal is to make you cry. So we ask that you hold on to your graduation cap and gown and let us show you what you mean to the entire GU TV family as we start from the very beginning. Take it away, Kaylee.
Upon entering the Broadcast Journalism Building and the GUTV studio at Gonzaga, you cannot help but immediately feel at home.
Just the idea of learning all the fundamentals of like production and working with this team in this environment. Dan created a family in GUTV that is like no other department at Gonzaga, which is pretty unique.
Professor Dan Garrity takes any student who wants to be a storyteller under his wing, encouraging them to pursue broadcast studies courses and strengthen their talents. Dan is always pushing his students to do more than they think they are capable of. In the beginning classes, Dan has helped students to put on a game show, the Ask Professor Dan show, by the end of their very first semester.
That's all you have to do to be a Zag.
His ability to instill purpose in everything that we do is really kind of effective in making us know what we want to do.
Freshman and sophomore broadcast majors are having a hard time saying goodbye to Professor Dan and envisioning the upcoming years without him.
thank you for everything. You've made tremendous sacrifices for us in this program. Your time and attention is just, it's just insane, the amount of care that he's put into our educations and how much he really wants us to succeed. I just can't thank him enough for everything that he's done for us.
Dan has helped so many students find and develop their passion for storytelling. Dan has been inspiring me and working with me since day one in the studio. I'm very sad personally, and I know all of the underclassmen are as well, that Dan won't be in the studio by our side as we continue to finish our degree here at Gonzaga. But we know, just as our other GUTV alum have, Dan will continue to inspire and support us from afar. Kaylee Lawler, GUTV.
Oh my gosh, I remember the first time that I came into the studio 4 years ago. I remember being so overwhelmed and coming in here and like having no idea what I was doing. But like meeting Dan and meeting the rest of the GUTV family like really made me feel like I belonged here. And even like when I would mess up or, you know, do something wrong, like Dan would always be there for me.
Oh, for sure. This is actually my first semester at Gonzaga, and I ended up switching my major to broadcasting. And you know, a little while ago we were doing our midterms, which was a news broadcast, and I was asked to direct my group's side of that project, and I blew it. I just did absolutely terrible, and I went to Twitter that day and I was like, God, I did so badly, I can't believe I was that stupid. And the next day Dan came up to me and was like, hey, you, let's go get a cup of coffee. And he talked to me in a way that made me feel less stupid about how bad I did and more of, okay, well now I know what I need to not do next time. And now we're starting our final project, Global Gonzaga. And once again, I've been asked to direct that, and I feel so much more comfortable and so much more ready for it than I did just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, totally. Dan definitely like does that for us. I remember working on Global Gonzaga my freshman year too, and it was so much fun, just like that newness and that freshness, and definitely making a mistake almost every day, but Dan was always there to help all of us. So it's sad that this is the last time that I'm going to be sitting here at this desk, but it was definitely worth it. I loved it.
Now, we see it hanging above our heads every day during class. The GUTV cable tray is not just a piece of metal. It's a status symbol full of rich history. And for some of us, it's quite a ways away.
But for others, like myself, it's right in front of our noses. This cable tray represents a culmination of hard work and determination, and it definitely shows in the sparkling eyes of the graduating seniors.
GUTV anchor and occasional YouTube thumbnail, Olivia Roberts, manages to capture this sparkle and show us just what it means to the students headed into the horizon.
When I come back as an alumni to this program, I want the same family aspect to be there.
I want Josh to get his production truck. That's probably my biggest dream for the program.
I feel like I'm like detached a little bit from this, but this will always like feel like home, you know?
GUTV has just the best way of making you feel important. Go into the world and do well. More importantly, go into the world and do good.
Dan has set a precedent that we should all value each other as equals, as fellow artists, fellow creators.
The people that I made friends with here are the people that I know I'll be friends with 20 years from now.
I'm confident, I'm more confident than ever that I'm in the right place.
Here, the students are the only thing that matters. We're getting stuff done, and we're going to work hard, and we're going to learn how to make television news, but it was always about us first.
He sees something in us, and he pushes us to find that.
If you get to GUTV, you're invested in it and you care.
It's done. Like, I've gone to school my whole life, and I'm 21 days away from never having to do it again. I guess you just don't really realize like what this place means to you until you're not gonna have it soon. It's very thankful for this program.
I feel like I did my best. I did better than what I thought was my best.
I love what's next for me, but it's weird. GUTV makes sure that you have everything you need to take the next step and do something good for yourself, for your future, for anyone who's listening.
I feel like I have a lot more to explore in a newsroom, for sure.
I think my plan is just to live a happy life and be happy with the person that I'm spending the rest of my life with. I'm hoping to just continue telling important stories and putting out something that I can be proud of.
This is all I've ever wanted to do, and so I'm gonna do it.
So what do the cable trays mean to you, Spencer?
I mean, of course, it just shows everyone that's been here the last 20 years and 20 years worth of people, and now my journey's coming to an end just like theirs. But for you and everyone else that's still in the program, the future's still bright.
Oh, it certainly is. Now we move on to something a little bit lighter. That furry face that greets us all every time we enter the hallway of learning.
And no, we're not talking about Josh. Unfortunately, as much as we try, Josh still refuses to go on camera. And when we try to force him, we learn that he's strong, and he still bites really hard.
No, we're talking about everyone's favorite four-legged friend, Barkalow. Although we tried to convince him otherwise, the little pupper's dead set on heading down to Boise with the big, bad Baldy.
Want to know how we found out what he was thinking? We asked him. Turns out he can talk, and our very own Rachel Carlson of The Rachel Carlson Show got it all on video. Let's check it out.
If you've been to the broadcasting building, you've probably seen me. You probably still have some of me on you. I must say, I have a pretty iconic look. Who am I? I am Barkalow Garrity, of course, the emotional support animal of every broadcasting student and the son of Professor Dan Garrity. And yes, I can talk. A lot of my best work is done in search of food, but mostly I just get pets. It's a pretty good consolation prize, I guess.
His commitment to be as close to human food as possible is astounding. The dedication is beyond any other canine out there.
I have to say, I do like to earn my treats, and my dad has taught me many cool tricks.
Yes, when my mom asks me who's a good boy, I automatically think she's talking about Barkalow, and then I realize she's talking about me.
I've tried to be the best boy for all of the kids, and I'll always remember all the pats, treats, and love that I got from every student. Thank you for everything, GUTV.
Don't you just love Barkalow?
I love Barkalow. I'm pretty allergic to Barkalow, so I don't really touch him a lot. I just kind of like wave, but
yeah,
he's the best.
He's one of my favorite parts of GUTV. He actually played a pretty big role in my Fundamentals of TV 203 class, our TV commercial. He was our main actor because we designed a product called the Barko Bot, which was supposed to make him talk, but actually turns out he wasn't the best actor, and it was kind of difficult, but he got through it. He was a champ.
I love Barkalow. In the hallway, there's more than just Dan, a furry pup, and a furry-faced engineer. We always seem to have professors wandering in and out of there.
Dan's colleagues, both from Gonzaga and elsewhere, have been talking about what'll happen once he's gone, and it turns out they'll have quite a few things to say about Dan behind his back.
That's right, Dan. They've been talking some smack about you. The other fantastic, Franny Boyle, and the mighty Andrew Quinn got all the goods.
A special thanks to Father Bob, Professor Mike Fitzsimmons, and Robin Nance for this inspiring tribute about a very inspiring bald guy.
And what about the question always asked of lotto winners? Would you keep your job? And I think truthfully that I would continue to work. I'd change the hours around a little bit.
Good Thursday morning to you. Well, afternoon really. It's about 2:45, and I just got up.
Dan Garrity, KLST News.
I had some of the most fun ever working with Dan Garrity.
Energetic guy.
Yeah.
Always energetic. Lots of ideas.
Yeah.
Constantly coming up with ideas.
Energy. A lot of energy.
He's not
With Dan Garrity as your professor, there is never a dull moment.
Being his student doesn't seem much different than working professionally with him.
Yeah, it's one thing to mouth the words and the concepts, and it's another thing to live them. Dan lives those things, and they're not just concepts or ideas. He does that professionally, and he does that with integrity in his own life and the way he relates to other people.
I've always admired the immense intensity with which and caring with which he delivers his instruction.
We really, really worked well together, and we really learned from each other, and we really enjoyed learning from each other.
Like every day was fun because the actual studio was kind of like a playground. I mean, during commercial breaks, we were throwing, paper wads at people and joking. It was constantly, it was just so much fun. But my most fun memory of all times was when we ran a story about this old lady who wanted ham for Thanksgiving, and it started off with this very sweet story.
Like ham? I love ham. Me too. Oh, yes.
That's one of the things the facility told me, is that she loves to eat.
Ham!
The whole thing ended up being about her wanting ham, and we both lost it. We just absolutely lost control, laughing hysterically, tears, the whole bit, but I had to do the next read. Dan literally was like head on the desk cracking up, and I was trying to get it together, and it was just one of those moments I will never forget. It was pretty funny. He had a lot of hair then, didn't he?
With or without hair, his humor and passion for storytelling have never faded, making it impossible not to enjoy the time you spend with Dan.
My favorite part was just that he made work fun, and every day was fun. It was serious when it needed to be serious, and but mostly it was a true joy to work with him.
So I talked to a couple people down at KHQ and I said, I'm going to offer him a position here, a full-time position, and they said, okay. They said he'd really be good. We'd miss him, but he would really, really be good.
As Dan's students, we are so fortunate that he chose education as part of his career path. That just shows the generosity and compassion that's in his nature.
The name Dan Garrity will forever be a staple here at GUTV, as will Finer Than Frog's Hair. But apart from the Danisms that are ingrained in our minds, we will also carry the special gifts that he has left us with forever.
I know personally, after working with some of the graduates from his program, that he has prepared them so well. We have people who have come and gone and moved on to bigger markets who honestly can credit so much of their success to being in Dan's class. And yeah, I just feel like it's truly been his calling, to get the experience and then to just share what he has learned, and then to take the program to places that I don't think people knew he could take it. And I'm just so proud of him.
I learned an awful lot from him. This is I'm going to be a caretaker in his absence. That's all. I'm not going to try to replicate what he did, or try to remove anything that he did. I'm going to try to preserve as much of it as possible, because I think he did something pretty magic here, and I would not like to see it dissipated. That would be a mistake.
Those who have crossed paths with Dan know how lucky they are. We are envious of those lives we know he will touch in Boise, but also happy that he will spread that infamous love and energy to more people.
I just really, really will miss Dan a lot. But he won't be that far away. He'll be down in Boise, so we'll continue to maintain a friendship. And I won't hesitate to call him for advice, and cry on his shoulder if I need to do that.
Well, I think that, Dan, you got to know these people think you're pretty special. You got to know that. I mean, what you've contributed to their futures is virtually without measurement. It's impossible. It's very, very special. And they'll always be in contact with you, because you've delivered something that they're never going to get from anybody else in their whole lifetime.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being such a joy and such a bright spot for people that you've worked with and the students that you have inspired. And I just love you. Best of luck.
Well, I think I understand the ham lady, because if someone gave me an In-N-Out cheeseburger right now, I'd probably run around screaming about it.
Yeah, if I was that passionate about food, I'd be screaming all day.
But all deli products aside, Dan and Barklow aren't the only Garritys leaving this campus.
That's right. Dan's wife and partner in crime, Jennifer Garrity, is a beloved member of the Gonzaga nursing program, and she, like Dan, will be sorely missed. Although she's leaving campus, she will continue to teach in the online graduate nursing program.
Now, the problem with Dan's better half leaving her Gonzaga home is that the nursing program doesn't have all the fancy gizmos and gadgets to help them spread a message like we can. Here in the broadcasting department, we can televise our goodbyes, but the nursing program can't really do that.
Some nursing students told us how much they'll miss her when she leaves, and we wanted her to know how special she is to them. Andrew Lee Penwell and J.D. Bricker entered the extremely intimidating nursing program and saw just what Jennifer Garrity means to this campus.
Dan isn't the only Garrity leaving Gonzaga. We'd like to take a moment to recognize another one and all the work she does in the School of Nursing.
While GUTV is bidding Dan farewell, the School of Nursing will be saying goodbye to one of their favorite professors. Meet Jennifer Garrity. She's a lecturer of nursing and part-time clinical faculty at Gonzaga University, and she specializes in labor and delivery as well as nursing leadership. She's beloved among many students, including Ben Wallman and Emily McAllen.
Jen is really that person here at Gonzaga that makes me feel like I have a mom and a great advisor and nursing inspiration.
She's very comforting, more comforting than I've ever experienced from any professor before, and she just really brings out the best in every student.
There's so much value in working with students and just the opportunity to be on a campus where it's so full of life, so full of opportunity. There's just so many wonderful aspects of just the community that Gonzaga has to offer.
Gonzaga has meant so much to Jennifer. She has had every possible relationship with this university.
I've had the opportunity to be the wife of a Gonzaga master's student, the mother of 2 undergraduate students. I've had an opportunity to be faculty myself, and I was a student myself. So I feel like I have a really well-rounded perspective of what it's like to be someone at Gonzaga University.
Jennifer, as a professor, has been easily the most caring professor out of anyone I've ever had. She really cares about who you are as progressing as a person.
She always has her office open. As a clinical instructor, she's always at clinical. She's a text away. She's going to answer your questions. She's going to make you feel extremely competent. She's going to make you feel like a good nurse.
Convocation is one that we really, really enjoy, and the Mass of the Holy Spirit are just really great Gonzaga events that, when you talk about what's it like to be a Zag, those are some, really amazing things that Gonzaga does well.
We will all miss Dan and Jennifer's presence here on campus, but their move to Boise is for good reason, and some students will still be taught by Jennifer.
Fortunately for me, I get to keep my job at Gonzaga, so I'll still be here, but I'll work 100% in the graduate program, which is all online, and I work in the health systems leadership track of the Masters of Science in Nursing. But what it's really going to mean for us is being able to spend so much more time with our grandchildren. That's where the move comes in, and we're going to have the opportunity to really be full-time grandparents.
Thank you so much to Jen and Dan for all the work both of you have done for the Gonzaga broadcasting community as well as the nursing community. I'm Anderly Penwell, GUTV.
See, here's the thing, Dan. This whole moving to Boise thing, it's not just about you. It's about your whole family. And I don't just mean you, your lovely wife, and your doggo Barky. I'm talking about your family here at GUTV. See, as EP of this show, I was able to witness firsthand the way this community of storytellers just comes right together to create something beautiful and from the heart. It's no lie, we're gonna miss you.
But we're all gonna be just fine.
This program was here before Dan Garrity and will be here after he leaves.
But no matter what, this building and these people
have changed for the better because of you.
Your dedication has inspired something within us.
To go out into the world and do incredible things.
And yeah, it's true that you're going far away.
But the handprint you've left on our hearts will never fade.
Hi Dan, it's Olive, or Olivia as some other people know me by. I'm not sure exactly where to start this video or how to start it. It kind of seems like there's too many things to thank you for and too many memories to kind of encapsulate into one video.
Dan, thank you so much for being an incredible mentor to me over the last 3 years. Broadcasting is always something I've wanted to do, and I feel at home here, and I really have to thank you for that and making this feel like my home away from home.
I really am going to miss you and coming into your office and
trying to figure out my life and having you help me along the way. I know that you're only a phone call away, but I am just gonna miss you. It's not the same as in person.
Gonna miss you, Dan.
Hey Dan, it's me, Jordan. Just wanted to say that you've been an amazing teacher and I'm gonna miss you in Boise. If you still change your mind, that's fine too.
Hey Dan, I just want to say thank you so much for all that you've done for the Gonzaga TV program. You've made such an impact on my experience here at Gonzaga. We love you, Dan, and we will miss you.
A good mentor is someone that shows others what to do and helps them along their path, but a great mentor is someone who invests in people and helps them bring out a side of themselves that they didn't even know was there. And you've been an incredible mentor.
Even more than a better broadcasting student, I've become a better person thanks to you.
I'm gonna miss seeing you in Barcelo every morning. Thank you for creating such a family out of GU TV. You were the reason why I'm in this department and this program.
We're gonna miss the hell out of you over here, but we know you're gonna do great things at Boise.
I wish you all the luck in the world, and just remember that you always have a home here at GU TV.
Hey Dan, I'm not a broadcasting major, but I'm gonna miss you.
Thanks for bringing us the Cold War and showing me how much fun broadcasting is. We'll miss you in Barcelo and Boise. We love you.
Thank you. We'll miss you. We love you, Dan.
I just really want to say thank you for believing in my abilities.
Best of luck from us.
And we cannot wait to see what you do next. And we'll be there every step of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
We are going to miss you so much.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you. We'll miss you.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you.
We love you, Dan.
We love you, Dan. We love you, Dan.
We love you, Dan.
We love you, Dan.
We love you, Dan. We love you.
We love you, Dan. From all of us here at GU TV, we love you, Dan.
Well, Dan, you've heard from us, and now all that's left is to hear from you. We're pre-recording this because I'm sure most of us will be crying when you watch this. So if you would be so kind to share a message with the GU TV community. Without further ado, take it away, Dan.
First of all, I forgive you for lying to me with this show. A couple of words come to mind after I watched it. First of all, wow, what an incredible gesture. And the other one is thanks. I am blown away by the gesture and just absolutely so grateful. Well, I'm grateful to the big man for having the opportunity to work here. I'm really, really grateful to Father Bob for taking a chance on me, those many years ago. Really grateful to have had a dear friend like Phil Taylor as the architect of this place and a partner in crime. I'm grateful for our new engineer, Josh Boshi, who is not just picking up where we left off, but poised and ready to take this organization to the next level. Thank you to all of the students that I've ever had since just after the turn of the century in 2001. Thanks for believing in me. Thanks for giving me your trust. Thanks for buying into the program, what we were all about here. I'm fairly used to this time of year in May, saying goodbye to the seniors. And not that it makes it really, really easy, but you get used to that. The challenge for me is the underclassmen, the juniors and the sophomores and the freshmen that I've just met, just started to get to know and see their wonderful potential. But it is important that you know this is a lifetime thing. And wherever I am, I'm a phone call or a text away. And I really, really mean that. You will find this to be truer and truer the farther away you get from Gonzaga. That Zags for Life thing is way more than a hashtag. It's really, really true. Once again, thank you all. God bless you. And remember this, I always say, you are so gifted, and the best way to say thanks for the gifts that you've been given is to do something wonderful with them. I really look forward to watching what you do with yours.